The Halloween event is now live and it brings some amazing balance changes, including some really, really awesome skin, including personally probably my favorite Genji skin of all time. We gotta talk about this. Hello there, my beautiful and lovely gamers. My name is Jonal. Of course, as always, if you like this type of content, if you want to support the channel, as I am a small content creator, like the video, drop a comment down below if you're gonna be an idiot like me and immediately just buy the Genji skin, because I fucking love this, dude. It looks tough. The design team for so many of the skins now. Holy fucking shit. The Brig skin, the Sombra skin, the Genji skin, the Diva skin, all of those look just absolutely fucking amazing. I would like to hear your opinions in the comments. Of course, it also helps against the algorithm, helps promote the video. And guys, if you guys could subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell notification, but subscribe to the channel, it would be a dream to hit 20,000 subscribers before the end of 2020. I think we're about probably like 650 away from hitting 20k, and that would just be absolutely amazing. So if you guys could do that, highly appreciated. Thank you so much for the amazing support. Down in the description, there's my Twitter, my Twitch, and also my Discord server. If you want to get coached, there's a coaching submission there where the pinned message where you can do some stuff there. If you want to hire me as your private coach, it's 50 euros for a 2-hour session. You can hit me up in a DM on either on Twitter but also on Discord, and I can help you rank up, improve, and get better at the game. Doesn't matter if you bronze or stuff 100. But let's get into this stuff. The skins are looking fabulous, and I think they would just be rolling through them in the background. They were probably rolling while I was talking over this stuff, so that right now I can compress the video down to talk about some of the balance changes that's been made. One, they actually fixed Hollywood. So now on Hollywood, on Street Face, the elevators will now go up as you step on them, instead of like being on this like weird timer where they go up and down and up and down, and you have to be lucky with your timing or wait for the elevator and so on. Now they will instead wait on you, and then you can step on them, and then they will take you to the top, which is just like, it took us that many years to figure that out, but it's a very welcome change to that map, just so it's a little bit more consistent, because it's nothing more that sucks than, you know, especially as a defending side, that like the enemy team is pushing aggressively, you want to quickly rotate to the high ground, but then you mistime the elevator, and now you have to wait there for multiple seconds, which is risky and can actually get you picked off. It just sucks. On top of that, they did make some changes to the profanity filter. So they're now making it so that instead of a simple on and off button on the profanity filter, there's now 3 levels of profanity filtering that you can choose from. You can have friendly. They'll do their best to filter out all words currently identified by our constantly updating list of obscene, vulgar, or offensive. This is the most family-friendly setting. Then you have mature. You may see some obscene or vulgar words with this setting, but we will filter language identified as extremely offensive. And then you have unfiltered. Nothing will be filtered. Please be aware that you may see extremely offensive language. This setting is not recommended. And I think that's like fine. Like giving more and more choice for like how you want it to be. You might want to see shit, for example, but you don't want to see the N-word, for example. That can be something that's fine, and I think that that's a good way to just moderate stuff. Along with the 3 levels of filtering, we now will allow players to have different profanity filter setting for each communication channel. So, for example, you might want whispers and maybe your party chat, right, your group chat, to be unfiltered at all, but you might want your team chat and the max chat to be pretty heavily monitored, because that's where you might see hostile comments, as I like to call them. And I think that that's really, really good too, that you can kind of customize all of this. I think it's just a nice level. Like, there's nothing that harms with giving us more option about how we deal with all of that. Then we go to the balance stuff, and there's some crazy shit in here. First of all, who cares really? When you are earth shattering, they added a voice line stating for the Crusaders that allies will hear one has used earth shatter. It's a cool little thing, right? Especially if you're using one of the grief heart skins, for example. It's like a small thing, but it's not really that important. What is very, very, very important, and that I'm quite excited about, is the changes to Soldier 76. So his bullet spread has been removed. So right before, you would have to like tap in 3 to 4 round bursts, but the bullet spread had been completely removed. Instead, they added a constant recoil. So there's that. Now again, you can still tap fire if you want the same precision, as the recoil will only affect you a little bit, but if you want to spray, you can now spray with very high precision. The bullet damage has been reduced from 20 to 90, which is good, because when you have this, essentially by removing the spread, you're essentially making him far more dangerous at longer ranges, as you can precisely start hitting far more shots without making it so that it's an actual laser beam, right? It's not like an actual laser beam, because you still have some recoil control that you need to deal with, even though it's minimal. But for example, if you're going for constantly headshots, that might be something that you won't be able to do unless you're really, really good and at the highest level. So adding some recoil but reducing the bullet damage, so he's not too scary and too suppressive at long ranges, I think is good. On top of that, his ammo has been increased from 25 to 30, and I think that this is actually a welcome change. It will do that he is far more dangerous, and especially if you have the accuracy, you can do far more dangerous things without having to just fire in, 1 to 4 round bursts all the time. And I think that that's a good thing. It also does that in lower elos, this might be an impact, due to the fact that in low elos, a lot of people rely on the randomness of the spray pattern to deal damage. Like, they're just holding down the button, and then, they aim at, like, center mass body, and then sometimes when it starts spreading a lot, they will start hitting some headshots by luck. So I think this is, like, one of those where high-skill players will really benefit from it, and low-skill players might actually get a little bit punished for it. But then you can argue for the fact that in low elo, they don't really burst. There's a whole argument for that. On top of that, Sombra's translocator, another kind of like quality of life, improved smoothness of Sombra's first-person camera when translocating a short distance to a translocator that is in view, right? So normally you got this like weird jiggling on the screen. Now it's far more smooth, just a more refined process. And then the last thing, and I don't really like this, and I would like to hear your comments down below. Grapple will now bounce off surfaces that if the distance between you and the hook is under 2 meters, cancelling the hook and not costing any cooldown, essentially. And why I personally don't like this is there are some jumps and some moves you can do, but doing like these really like short ground ones. I'm not sure if what they're trying to do is prevent people to accidentally, because like there are two ways. There are some, if you are really close and you do a shot, you cancel really early, you can like launch yourself really far as a Widowmaker to get like some really crazy like airtime and really crazy jumps, which is just like a tech that you can use on Widow. But at the same time, sometimes I see people trying to do like a ground shot, like where they are running away from people and they shoot the hook shot in front of them to kind of pull them and then like almost like catapult themselves away from the people chasing them. And I'm not sure if they're trying to prevent, them fucking up those, or if they're trying to handicap Widow players for quote-unquote abusing a tech to kind of get a lot of movement. You can still do majority of the grapple techniques, but I'm not really sure what this buff is here to, well, not buff, what this balance change is here to do. But I am scared that it is actually to try to, because it has, to a certain extent, nerfed a couple of the grapple shots. It's not like really like game breaking Widowmaker is down kind of thing, but it's just one of those where I feel that they are removing a tech that didn't really, that it was like a niche just cool thing that you could do, and now they have made the hero a little bit less interesting, even though Widow is still a very interesting character. I'm not really sure what the point of that balance change really was aiming for, but that's what they did. And again, that's really all for today. I want to keep this video short, just show you guys the new skins, which I think is awesome, including the Genji skin. It's so sexy. And outside of that, just give you guys my opinions, my 2 cents on what the balance changes look like. I hope you guys like this. Like, comment, subscribe. It's so much appreciated for the support. 20,000 subscribers in the end of the year would just be a dream come true. So thank you guys so much for that. Again, if you want to support me financially and help support the channel, on top of that, get some great coaching and help yourself rank up, improving a bit at the game, you can hire me as a private coach. It's 50 euros for a 2-hour session. Hit me up on our Discord server, link down in the description. But besides that, guys, please do take care of yourself. My name has been Jonal. As always, keep the enemy in your crosshair.